Well, hello and welcome to you wherever you are around the world, from the mountains to the prairies, from LA, New York, Amsterdam, Monte Carlo, Shard, and all over the world. I'm so glad you're here. This is the third of 5 episodes created for Cybersecurity Month 2024. Now, the content I'm covering today is specifically curated to help you understand the topic. This is the basics. You're welcome to follow along by viewing the video and slides. It's going to be more fun. But if you're just listening, that'll work too. Everything I present is in a modified definition of Pecha Kucha format. That means specifically that I'll present 14 slides on the topic, with each slide just lasting 14 seconds each. So I got to move it. 2 caveats before I begin. Number one, yes, I know the setup is awful, but my recording platform is a boat anchor. I'm using these headphones, which I swiped from an old tech support colleague. The lighting, the audio all need improvement. My internet connection is junk. I know. We'll improve over time, okay? For now, let's all live with it. Number two, I work in a very noisy environment. Noisy spouse, noisy kid, noisy pets, noisy traffic noise out there too. What's worse is amidst all that, my temporary lisp is even worse today because I had oral surgery yesterday. And after a few more of those oral surgeries, I'll be lisp-free. That's what we're trying to fix here. But for now, I'm missing a tooth. I'm trying to hide it. I'm trying to hide the lisp. I'm doing the best I can. Just deal with it. Don't make fun. Speaking of fun, let's try to focus on the fun instead. Now, last time I tried this, the slides weren't cooperating and setting a 14-second timer. I hope they are cooperating now. Here we go. Okay, today's topic is password managers. These days, password managers are an essential tool for protecting your online life. By the end of this presentation, you'll know what they are, how they work, why you need one, the benefits of using one. You should care about this because they solve the problem of password fatigue, the fatigue of remembering passwords, fatigue of using the same password on multiple sites or apps. Now, if you are like me, you just might have used the same password on multiple accounts. I did because it makes remembering passwords easier, but it's a bad idea. Because if your password gets discovered on like your bank, someone might have the password to your email. That's no good. So in short, a password manager helps you generate long, complex passwords, like I advised in a separate episode. It also stores them securely and then autofills them on login screens so you don't have to remember any passwords at all. That's right. With a password manager, you only need to remember one master password. That manager takes care of the rest by securely storing and autofilling them. Most of them will also discover if you're reusing any passwords, and it'll help you untangle that. As I mentioned this a little before, it's worth repeating. A password manager saves you time, secures multiple accounts. There's no more sticky notes, no more password books, no more reused passwords. Boom, multiple problems solved. There are several features you want to look for. Foremost is that your passwords are encrypted as they stored. Now, some password managers also offer things like multi-factor authentication methods, or MFA, which I also spoke about in a separate episode. Make sure the password manager that you choose works on all your devices, your PCs, phones, tablets, browsers, what have you. You want seamless aspects wherever you use passwords. I can't underestimate the importance of this. So where are the passwords stored? Cloud storage is a real convenience because it syncs your passwords across all your devices. However, it's in the cloud, someone else's cloud. You can choose keeping them locally, but if you need your password wherever that is, somewhere else than there, you're in trouble. Look also for a password manager that lets you share passwords securely. Like if your bride needs your password something to a joint account, it's easy to share with that person. Now, there are freeware password managers out there. I'm an emphatic believer that if you're paying for the product, you are the product. In the case of a password manager, imagine what is actually someone getting for free. Trust me, get a commercial password manager. There are lots of other bells and whistles beyond the core requirements of a password manager, dark web monitoring, breach alerts, all sorts of things. Don't be impressed just because those exist. Choose a manager that will offer the features that you're actually going to use. Now, the hardest part about password manager is just starting. Okay, typing your first passwords in. Start with the ones you use most often. Very soon you'll have total protection. You could do the rest of the accounts over time. Now, if there's one single thing I want you to remember, start using a password manager today. It'll save you time and heartache. It's the best way to protect your accounts and your logins, and it'll help you be more secure and to stay secure. And just like that, we're done. So, thank you for listening or viewing. Now, as usual, I want to give a heartfelt thanks to others too. There are so many groups that keep society together. All of our military service members, whether they're veterans or active duty or reserves or National Guard, your brave first responders, including law enforcement and paramedics and firefighters and all those working in emergency rooms. All of those keep us from harm's way or get us out of harm's way. I also want to say thanks to our leaders and members of peaceful communities of faith. They help us increase our capacities to love. And also, I want to say thanks to our teachers and professors and aides and tutors and everybody out there who's helping us get educated and to build wisdom. We are all in this together, and I want to say thanks to all of you. Now, if you found this episode to be helpful, check out the next video in the series or the other ones I've already recorded. Also, please hit like or subscribe or follow or whatever the doodad or the button is where you're watching this. Please feel free to leave ideas about how I can improve, aside from the ones that I already told you that suck and I will improve anyway. But also be kind, because obviously I'm new at this and I'm rushing this stuff out just to make sure we can get it all done within one short month of Cybersecurity Awareness Month. Well, the tribe has spoken. It's time for you to go. Goodbye. Thanks again, and I will see you in the next episode.